So let's tackle the law of attraction. Do you believe in the law of attraction? Are you where you want to be? Do you find that by believing in the law of attraction, you are successful and you achieve all your goals? If so, congratulations. For many, it's difficult. While they believe in the law of attraction or give lip service to it, they're having good intentions. They really have good intentions. And so by the end of this video, I'm going to give you 3 key secrets, no pun intended, to how you can get closer to manifesting the things based on the law of attraction that you want by aligning with the law in a way that allows you to get closer to those things that you have a passion for, you love, and are planning for. So, before I get into the definition of the law of attraction is one of 7, let's say, key laws of physics, laws of the universe, right, that govern our behavior, our attitude, our disposition, life in general, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, right? The law of attraction, per se, does not need your awareness, doesn't need your approval, doesn't need you to like it. It's life, it's energy, right? It's the condition by which and how we function as human beings with regards to our thought process and the power you have within, the power you have to create, your extension of a higher source, and your ability to manifest those things that are important to you based on your love, your passion, and ultimately your focus, which produces an emotional response, and there's the prayer. The law of attraction is one of the most powerful laws in the universe. It's the law that understands vibrational frequencies and brings frequencies that are the same together. For example, your thoughts are a vibration, and this vibration is an emanation of vibration, and the law of attraction is finding things that match it and showing them to you. So depending on where your focus is, retained and sustained focus, that's what you're going to, quote unquote, attract. You know, you always hear me say, you don't get what you want, you get who you are, right? Ideas are caught, not taught, those sort of things that you hear in my webinars or presentations or wherever. And the key here is understand one thing, whatever age you are, I always say adulthood is a recovery process. Because you have to understand that as you look at your focus, you know, it is said that momentum begins in 17 seconds and thereafter forget it. So if you have something negative to say, hey, Bob, come over here. I've got something to share with you, but I only have 16 seconds because then I have to change my thought process. Because once you get to 17 seconds, you start creating momentum. In the previous video, I was talking about positive momentum. So in this case, you want 17 seconds to focus on something that allows you to feel good and connected to what you want. So there is a discipline here, not just asking and hoping, it's a focus. As I mentioned, your focus is going to produce an emotional response. And that response, that emotional construct, that emotional feeling governor in your sternum lets you know that if you're happy, you're on track. If you're joyous, you're on track. If you're loving, accepting, forgiving, not judgmental, but forgiving and loving and focused on making things better and expanding who you are by giving back, so to speak, and becoming more of the things that you want, and you look at that, you look for evidence of that, and you create positive momentum. If you look at a result that you don't want, if you look at the unwanted, the absence or lack of what you want, guess what? That produces a vibration, a thought vibration. Remember I mentioned 1040 AM versus 97.5 FM? So your frequency of thought, what are you broadcasting? So think about it. Are you a positive person, a negative person, a happy person? Or do you say, I'm a positive person, and then start talking about negative things or things that aren't happening? If you keep talking about the things that you don't want aren't happening, guess what you're producing? More of that. And the world is simply reflecting back who you are, as I said before. So what are the 3 things you have to do? Number 1, decide what it is you want, right? Number 1. Number 2, focus on that and look for evidence. Look for milestones, small wins, successes that you can look at so that as you get closer, you can feel good about it. So when you feel good about it, you're going to produce an emotional response that will produce more of the same, and it gets bigger. And the more thought you give it, the more energy, you give it, the bigger it gets, right? Where your focus goes, energy flows, right? And so the key here is being able to manifest what you want by your attention to it. So you attract who you are, pay attention to what you want, right? And your point of attraction is your attention. And the third thing you do is you look for evidence. And so it's kind of holographic. They all happen at the same time. Decide what you want, focus, and then look for evidence. Those are the three key secrets to this whole process, right? And the key in all of this is to become more of who you are by being self-aware, self-connected, self-realized. And when you manifest these things, as you look to your surrounding, people, circumstances, and conditions will change because your focus has changed, right? You can't change anyone, right? And so you cannot change the world around you, but you can change your thoughts and mind about the world. And when that happens for you, all of a sudden things start to shift. People will come into your life, others will leave, and those things you don't like, those people that are causing you disruption, so to speak, they're there because they're showing up to match you at 10:40 a.m. frequency, broadcasting a thought process that attracts who you are. So the hard part in all of this is when you don't like something or someone and you have to look in the mirror and say, what did I do to create this? And don't stay there too long, but change your thought process. Because remember, everything you have in your life today, right now, is the past. What's happening right now already happened. You already thought about it, and it's manifesting. So to change the future, focus on the future in the present. Quiet yourself, go into yourself, right? Visualize what you want, feel it into experience, and that's the prayer. We'll talk about this more some other time. I hope it's helpful.